Witam Was w 4. rozdziale Black Mirror. Dowiedzieliśmy się, że Robert nie pojawił się już kolejnej nocy. Już chyba tam z 3 dni, tak dokładnie. Nie pojawił się. No i że młody chłopak imieniem Vic zginął. Dowiedzmy się więcej tutaj w tym pubie.
Master Gordon,
Price Show.
have you heard what happened?
Słyszeliśmy, no niestety słyszeliśmy.
Poor boy.
Poor
So
boy.
mean to him. I hope someone kills that beast of a wolf real soon. I'll hang
Real
and stuff
soon.
coat above the door. You can count on that. How do
You
you
can
know
count
it was a
on
wolf?
that.
Well, what else could it be? It was a wolf, that's for sure. Maybe.
Właśnie. Nie wiemy dokładnie, kto to zrobił, nie ma co oceniać. Pogadajmy z grabarzem, żeby dowiedzieć się, gdzie
I need to talk to you.
Vic dokonał żywota.
Go ahead, but make it quick.
Bum.
Have you heard what happened?
Yeah, it's terrible. You know, I don't get distressed easily, but this boy, I feel sorry for him. They found him torn to pieces. Those
Niestety.
damn beastly wolves.
Tak to się
I'd
wydarzyło.
like to see traps set all over the place.
Wszystko wskazuje na to, że to są
whatever the
wilki,
traps don't take care of.
ale czy to są na pewno wilki, dowiemy się.
Close to the old mines, right around that bloody altar.
Kamienny
Stonering?
krąg.
Yes,
Dokładnie.
there. That place is haunted, that's for sure. It was once the sacred ritual place of the druid wizards. It's an evil place.
Jak które miejsce tu nie jest zła
Stonering.
w
I
Black
used to
Mirror.
play there as a child too. I should go have a look around
No i
there.
pójdziemy, od razu stąd wyjdziemy.
From
Dowiemy się,
Willow
co
Creek, I set my steps towards the dark woods.
Co tam
at
się
the
dzieje?
edge of our manor. My thoughts were with the ritual place of the ancient druids, Stonering.
I spotykamy detektywa Colliera.
Mr. Gordon, may I ask what you are doing here? Why have you come to this place?
Powiem
I
pozytywnie.
heard what happened, and I wanted to see for myself. I don't like what's been happening at all. You don't mind, do you?
No, it's all right as long as you do not impede my investigation. Strange that we should meet again at a place where tragedies occur. Don't you think?
No, I don't. I'm trying to understand what is going on here. Just like you.
This
Just
is police
like
work, Mr.
you.
Gordon. Things have been getting more and more complicated recently. I
To
don't
fakt.
need more added
Dzieje
confusion.
się
No offense.
coraz więcej złego.
None taken. I quite understand. Can you at least describe to me what happened?
Well, since I've come this far, I suppose I should tell you what I know. But first, you tell me what you already know, so I'm not wasting my time.
No, dokładnie. Wymienił
I
się
only know that we
informacjami.
found the body of a young boy here, and it appears that he was killed by wolves.
Then you know almost all that I do. There is not much more I can add to that. The
No to
boy
nieźle.
probably wandered too far from the village last night. Very imprudent. When the wolves attacked him, he was trying to escape. Unfortunately, the furious beasts got to the unlucky lamb.
Ale jaką macie pewność, że to są bestie?
Don't you find it odd?
Jakby to były bestie, to
Bloodstains are only on
krew
that
powinna być właśnie w
stone.
większej ilości miejsc.
I'd say the boy was trying to run to a higher place, but it wasn't well. That's all I'm willing to tell you. Gordon, I don't want you to speak about this with anyone else, you understand? People know way too much already, and I don't want to be adding to any
No
scary
spoko,
tales
spoko.
stories.
I'll keep it to myself.
Good. I need to reflect on a couple of matters.
Of course. Would you mind if I had a look around here?
What makes you so interested in all this? You wouldn't happen to know anything I don't, would you?
Nie, no po prostu martwimy się
I'm not quite sure.
tym, co tutaj się
You
dzieje.
would tell me if that were the case, whatever you want here. We have no reason to ask you to leave.
Dobra, zapytajmy jeszcze o Henry'ego.
Have you found out anything new about Henry's death?
Yes, a new fact has come to light that has made things clearer to me. I was just about to close the case,
O,
but
co się
then I
wydarzyło
spoke with the pathologist.
Dr. Herman?
z Hermanem?
It seems that Mr. Stanton did not die by suffocation, or drowning for that matter.
How did he die then?
Herman has not been able to determine the exact cause yet. He has not arrived at a conclusive assessment yet, so I gave him some more time. What's certain, though, is that Stanton's lungs were not full of water, as is common with drowning. You see what this could mean if it were confirmed.
Not quite, Detective.
It would mean that he died somewhere else, and his body was carried and dumped into the fountain.
Nieźle.
Another murder then.
Właśnie.
Doubtless, should Herman confirm his theory.
Coraz więcej morderstw tutaj w tej okolicy.
More than necessary already. I would, however, like to ask you something.
No wiadomo,
Just a
rutyna.
routine, you see, Gordon.
Yes.
Zapyta nas
Go
o
ahead.
alibi, najpewniej.
One question. Where were you yesterday at about this time?
Well,
Wiemy.
if you must know, I was visiting my relatives at a remote manor in Wales.
And what was the purpose of that visit?
Well, just a family visit. Nothing
Właśnie.
special. Why are you interested?
Just a routine question, Gordon.
Właśnie. Rutyna. Musi zapytać,
All
tak?
right.
O alibi. Od razu do Menhira. Zobaczcie, kolejny znak. I to nie wygląda jak pomalowany, tylko jakby
Another symbol.
wryty był od razu.
Done.
Elegancko. Zerknijmy na tą roślinę.
A small piece of cloth
Jest kawałek
sticking
tkaniny
from under
tam.
the leaves. The detective probably doesn't know about it.
Jakby wiedział też, by to podniósł. Te dzwonki robią tutaj świetny klimat
A
tego
wind chime
miejsca.
made of metal strips and iron fragments.
I tutaj mamy kamień. I zrobimy coś, czego się
One
nie
of the
robi.
many stones around the altar. Perhaps they were once
No
used
tutaj
to form
teraz
a
słyszycie te
circle
dzwoneczki.
around the altar.
To musimy w jakiś sposób detektywa odciągnąć, żeby na to nie patrzył. Tak więc krew, którą dał
This
nam
should keep the
Richard,
detective busy for a while.
powinno właśnie dać nam tę możliwość.
Detective,
Yes?
I have had a look around this place and I've noticed something.
Powinno dać nam tę
You
możliwość
might be interested in
dostania
this.
się do
Yes. I'm listening.
There is a
do tego
symbol of
kawałka
some sort over
materiału.
there on that big stone to the left.
Yes, I've seen it. It could have been here for years, maybe even longer.
Oh, I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
Dobra, patrzymy pozytywnie.
Well, the paint is very bright, and also, I have seen a similar symbol before.
Really? Where?
Not exactly like this one, but
Właśnie, bo podobne
quite
symbole
similar.
widzieliśmy
In fact,
w
I have
poprzednich
seen
miejscach.
two different symbols. The first one on the old tower of our castle, and I noticed another
Przy
one on the
fontannie,
fountain where
właśnie,
Morris
tam
found
gdzie
Henry.
Henry zmarł.
That's rather strange indeed. But you can remain calm, Gordon. I know from experience, often even the strangest things sometimes happen.
Tak, tak, tak.
To me, those are just old
Miał
signs.
troszeczkę inne
Who
zdanie.
knows? Maybe they were used in the past to mark something, but have long been forgotten. There might be dozens of them across the manor.
Maybe.
I doubt they have any connection with
Tak,
the
no,
case.
no, tak widać, że ten kolier tak prowadzi te sprawy tak nieudolnie. To teraz o
I
krew.
found something that may interest you. There is a stain here on the stone behind you. I think it might be blood.
Niech zerknie, niech
Where
zobaczy.
exactly is it?
Right behind you. On the right.
Przypadkowo
Thanks for
zapadł.
warning me. I didn't notice it at first.
You're welcome. Here's my chance.
Od razu.
I have to pick up the handkerchief while he is distracted elsewhere.
Od razu. Bez większego zawahania.
The Gordon symbol is
O,
embroidered
proszę
in the
bardzo.
cotton.
Monogram
How could
naszej
the handkerchief have gotten
rodu,
there?
rodu Samuela. Ale nic tu więcej po nas. Kowier się już odwróci. No i możemy zwijać stąd. Dojdziemy tutaj. Zerkniemy do skrzynki.
There's a letter in it. Maybe Bates forgot to pick it up. I'll take it.
Nie ma tu listów, ale Bates być może go nie zabrał, tak?
Dear
Posłuchajmy.
Father, hopefully it will be your hands that my letter reaches first.
I cannot endure staying locked away in this horrible place. Therefore, I have decided to do what I should have done a long time ago. I will explain everything when we meet at our place. I know that you will understand. James.
Father, so James is William's
Nieźle,
son.
co? Wychodzą
Why
brudy
didn't
rodziny.
Victoria tell me when we spoke before?
Że jednak jest to syn Wiliama. Od razu zamek. I na górę. Aby dowiedzieć się od Wiktorii, o co tutaj chodzi. Kto tutaj ściemnia?
May I speak with you for a while, Victoria?
Of course, Samuel.
Victoria,
A, bo jeszcze nie
I
zaszedłem do
found a letter
Hermana,
in which
faktycznie.
James writes to William.
Musiał do Hermana jeszcze
He
zajść.
addresses him as Dear Father. So who is James in fact?
Oh well, it does not matter anymore anyway. It is true, Samuel. James is William's illegitimate son. I could not tell you before when you showed me that picture. I didn't want anyone to know. This secret must be buried along with William.
Spoko, nie ma problemu.
I understand.
Would you please excuse me now, Samuel?
Spoko. Zejdziemy jeszcze do Hermana. Zapytamy, czy wie coś o Robercie. No bo jednak wiemy o ich mrocznych biznesach.
Yes?
Samuel Gordon, please let me in, Doctor. I need to speak to you.
Też fajnie, że ten świat jest pokazany w ten sposób, że tu nikt nie jest krystaliczny. Każdy ma jakieś swoje wady, każdy ma coś, co ukrywa. Też może i to powoduje, że ta przygodówka jest bardzo lubiana w naszym kraju, mimo tragicznego spolszczenia.
Mr. Gordon, to what do I owe your visit today?
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good
I
afternoon.
have come to ask
No
you about
właśnie.
something.
Standardowo.
Would you believe that does not actually surprise me? In fact, I sensed that you would show up. You have come because of that poor boy, correct?
Yes,
Prawda?
mainly.
So, what do you want to know?
Wszystko. Ale dobra, no zapytamy od
I
razu.
spoke with Collier about that boy. We were standing at the place where it happened. He didn't tell me much, other than the boy was killed by wolves.
Yes, that was the original theory.
O, proszę bardzo.
The wounds were suggestive of an animal's assault. After a closer analysis, however, I can
Czyli to
safely
jednak-
reject that possibility.
To jednak
So you have a different opinion?
ktoś to
Yes,
zrobił.
I have. The cause of death was severe blood loss and critical injuries of numerous organs. No animal living in these lands would be capable of doing
Nice.
this. Not injuries like these.
What about an entire pack of wolves?
No to się
The
dzieje.
signs on the body are clear. No traces of sharp teeth bites, nothing like that.
So, do you have a possible explanation?
I do not exactly know yet, but the boy was certainly not killed by wolves or any other animal. Of that, I'm positive.
Czyli to zrobił człowiek. Dobra, zapytajmy
Tell
o
me,
Roberta.
when did you last see Robert?
Some 3 days ago, I think. If
Nieźle.
you are looking for him, it is best to call the sanatorium.
Nie ma go w
He is
sanatorium.
there constantly.
O
No
czym
one
my
has
już
seen him in
wiemy.
a while, and Victoria is becoming worried. I just wondered whether he had been here lately.
Well, he has not been here for quite some time. But then again, there is no purpose to his visit as far as I can tell.
Tak,
The last
my
time
wiemy
I
troszeczkę
saw him
więcej
was after William's funeral
z pierwszych
and
2
not
rozdziałów,
since.
że jednak
If you
mieli
hear
interesy
anything
ze
about
sobą.
him, please let us know.
Certainly.
Dobra, zapytajmy jeszcze Henry'ego.
Dr. Herman,
Yes?
have you found out anything new regarding that strange thing you told me about?
Do you mean Henry's body? No, I have not. I need much more time for that.
No to dowiedzieliśmy się tego, co mogliśmy. Wracamy do zamku. Tu właśnie zrobiłem błąd, bo robię drugi raz, rozmawiam z Wiktorią. Mogę najpierw zejść do Hermana i później porozmawiać z Wiktorią. No ale cóż, zrobiliśmy jak zrobiliśmy. Nikt tego nie zmieni, nic tego nie odmieni. No, Wiktoria, dawaj.
I would like to ask you about something.
I'm listening, Samuel.
I'm listening.
I'm concerned about Robert.
I appreciate your
Wszyscy się
concern.
martwimy o niego.
I spoke with the sanatorium's head nurse a few minutes ago. She had no news of him whatsoever. I'm worried, Samuel. Something strange is going on.
No.
I fear something may have happened to him.
I'm sure Robert will manage.
Do not underestimate this, Samuel. He is my
Dzieje się
oldest
coś
son,
złego.
and then I have no one left but you.
I'm quite sure nothing has happened to him. Everything will
zobaczymy.
get sorted out soon.
Miejmy taką
I hope
nadzieję.
you are right. I cannot wait in uncertainty any longer. We must do something. I would like you to go
No
to
i
Ashburn
proszę
to find
bardzo,
out what
musimy iść
happened.
zobaczyć.
Here we wait in
Tak więc
darkness, and I
zrobimy
have no
to.
one else that can
Zobaczymy,
go.
co się tam dzieje.
Will you do it for me, Samuel?
No, oczywiście.
Of course.
Już
I'll set
ruszamy.
off straight away.
No, please do not go in the middle of the night.
Idziemy.
It will be
Nie ma
better to
co.
go in the morning.
Nie ma co czekać.
I don't mind traveling at night, and it is best that I go as soon as possible.
Are you certain?
The sooner I find out something, the better.
All right then. But please take care of yourself, will you, Samuel?
You
Oczywiście.
needn't worry. I must go to Ashbury and figure out what happened.
To
Would you
ruszamy.
please excuse me now, Samuel?
Od razu. Smyk. Sanatorium.
I set off for Ashbury to find out why Robert hadn't returned yet. Someone has to know something about
Musiał się
him there.
czegoś dowiedzieć, na pewno. I
Ashbury
obstawiam, że
Sanatorium,
jest to
the
związane z
place of
Jamesem.
laments, as William used to call it.
Muzyczka wjeżdża. Jedno z bardzo klimatycznych miejsc w tej grze. Naprawdę, jest świetnie zrobione to miejsce. No, o czym zaraz się sami dowiecie. Jest
I
takie
know
bardzo
this is an
mroczne.
awkward hour, but can you let me in? I would like to visit one of the patients.
We do not allow anyone in at this time. I'm sorry. You will have to come during
Dobra,
regular
dobra.
visiting hours.
Tomorrow will be too late. Please, let me in and I'll explain
Puścisz,
everything.
puścisz.
Oh, are you a doctor?
No, I'm not.
Who have you come to visit then, in the middle of the night?
I've come because of Robert Gordon. He is the director here.
Yes, I happen to know who's director
O,
here,
proszę
Mr.
bardzo. Mr. Gordon.
Samuel Gordon. I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself.
Very well then. I'll make an exception,
właśnie.
Mr. Gordon. Push the
Ze
gate
względu na
open,
to, że to
hear the
rodzina,
buzzer,
to
and
od
go
razu
straight
cmyk.
to the main entrance. I will be expecting you in the lobby.
Thank you.
No i zapraszam do środka. Posłuchamy trochę.
Thank you for letting me in.
Well, I would not have let you in if you weren't a relative of the head doctor.
No właśnie,
Yes.
kontakty.
Actually, he is what I'm here about. You see, he
Nie
hasn't
konsekwencja
shown up for
tutaj
a
jest
couple of
grana.
days now,
Bo przed
and I
chwilą
was hoping
całkiem
you might
było
know
mówione,
something.
że chcemy
I'm
odwiedzić
afraid I'll
pacjenta.
have to disappoint you then.
I obstawiam, że
He
chodzi o
left the
Jamesa, a
sanatorium the
tutaj
day
jednak...
before yesterday.
Znaczy Jamesa na pewno też będziemy chcieli
And has not
odwiedzić.
turned up again since.
Are you sure?
Of course. I have been on duty every day.
What time did he leave?
Around midnight, I believe. He always leaves quite late. He has had a lot of work to do lately.
No właśnie, tylko
Did he
jakiej
mention
pracy?
where he was going, or say anything unusual?
Give me a minute. No, I don't recall him saying anything special. In fact, he was very tired. Just said goodnight and left.
Dobra, zapytajmy o Jamesa.
I would like to visit a patient named James. Can you show me to his cell?
No, that's not possible, Mr. Gordon.
Can't you let me in?
Unfortunately, you will not be able to visit him, no matter what I could
Właśnie.
or could not
Wizyta
do.
jest fizycznie
I
niemożliwa.
don't understand.
Don't you know? James escaped the night before
Uciekł.
yesterday. I thought someone had told you.
No, I didn't know. How did he escape?
He must have gotten into the sewer system under the building. It should have occurred to me that he might do something
No tak, no
like
już
this.
wtedy stamtąd to...
Why? Did he say something to you?
Yes, I spoke to him the day before. He seemed much more anxious than usual. But there was more to it. I don't know if I can tell you. It is a delicate situation.
Mów.
Please speak. It might be important. Maybe it will shed some light on the whole matter with Robert.
Do you think it may be related?
I don't have a clue. Please tell me what you know.
Właśnie. Co ty tam
Alright.
wiesz?
James was more anxious than usual, as I said. It was hard to understand what he was trying to tell me. But it was the head doctor that he was speaking about. He said he knew something important, but he could not tell anyone what it was.
Did he say what it was exactly?
No, it seemed to me that he was afraid to talk. He kept asking me to put in a
Nieźle.
word for him with one of the doctors so he could go home. But he insisted that I not
Naprawdę
mention it to
ciekawie.
the head doctor. He acted
Zapowiada
quite
się.
desperate, so I promised I would help him.
What happened then?
Well, James does tend to be very moody, but I would not say that he is dangerous. I have known him for years now, and most of the time he's made very little trouble. So I went to the head doctor to ask him for a temporary leave permit for James.
But you said he didn't want Robert to know.
I
Właśnie.
had to promise that, but without the signature of the head doctor, no
Ha,
patient can leave
no
this
tak.
place. He didn't agree though, and defended his opinion quite firmly. It seemed rather strange to me, such rigidity, I mean.
Did you speak with James after that?
No, I didn't want to further disconcert him. And the next day he escaped. I cannot tell you anything more. I have no idea why he wanted to go back home so suddenly.
You have
Właśnie.
been quite helpful. Thank you. Why would James want to get away so desperately
Musiał się...
and suddenly?
Pewnie miał coś na
Why
Roberta.
didn't Robert allow him to
A
return to
Robert
the
wiedział, że
castle?
on coś ma.
It seems to me that these things are related somehow.
Jakby to wyglądało.
That's all. Thanks.
Dzięki. Od razu. Ale zobaczmy co w śmietniku. Prawym nie mogę, więc od razu lewy.
When will the storm end? I won't be digging out
Nie
trash.
będzie.
It's mostly old papers.
Nie, to nie.
Terrible weather.
No niestety. Pogoda nie rozpieszcza. Dobra, od razu. Młotek zabieramy. Też pozdrawiam, że ktoś tak młotek umieścił.
A few beer bottles, old containers, and rusty cans. Just rubbish.
Ale prawym? Nie, lewym
A
już teraz.
syringe. Looks quite clean.
może się przydać. Strzykaweczka. Tutaj coś.
Old junk destroyed by wind and rain. There's no point messing with it.
No jak nie ma, no tu nie ma. Od razu zajdźmy na cmentarz.
Everyone who died within the walls of the sanatorium rests here. A gloomy place.
Naprawdę, wstępne, smutne miejsce. No i dobra. Wchodzimy tutaj do tej kotłowni. Pogadamy z bardzo nieprzyjemnym gościem.
Who the hell is
Who
that?
the hell?
Nurse, is that you again? I'm heating the place like I'm supposed to.
Dobrze, wszystko jest spoko, otwieraj drzwi.
Don't you worry. The boiler is running full blast, so leave me alone.
This is Samuel Gordon. Can you
Właśnie.
open the door?
Otwieraj. Patrzcie jaki kawał gościa.
I'd just like to ask you about something.
Yeah? What do you want from me?
My Uncle Robert runs this institution. Can you let me in?
Właśnie.
I couldn't care less about who's running this booby hatch. I don't belong to the doctor bunch, and I don't have to obey
Co za gość.
Give me a break and mind your own business.
All
Dobra,
right, but I just need to
pogadamy i
find
dajemy ci
something out.
spokój.
Then I'll be gone.
Daj tylko
Oh,
pogadać.
well, okay, what do you want?
Dobra, cmentarz.
What do you know about the graveyard at the back of the sanatorium?
Well, it's a graveyard.
Do they bury
O,
patients there?
Sherlocku.
Nah, not anymore. But I wouldn't go there if I were you. Especially not now.
No co?
I'm no coward. But one never knows.
No, trupy wyjdą. Negatywnie
So,
mocujemy.
have you seen ghosts or anything there? I certainly wouldn't be surprised, given all those beers you have had.
Ło,
No graveyard is suitable for a midnight
ale
walk.
patrz.
Especially not this one. You have
Ale
any
widzę
idea
olał.
who all's lying there? Lunatics,
Olał nas.
maniacs, madmen. You name their twist, they're there. But why am I telling you this anyway? Go where you like.
Prawda. Tutaj mu kotłownię.
It seems to be quite hot inside. Are you heating at full power?
There's no other way when the weather's like this. I sit here the whole day and night in this awful heat.
Przykro mi,
You can turn
naprawdę.
it down a little, can't you?
Impossible. They've just installed this new regulator. It takes care of maintaining the rotten temperature for itself. If it could also do the shoveling for me, I'd have one less thing to worry about.
So why don't you just leave the door open?
Well, that's another problem. I don't want the nurse checking up on me.
No,
She comes by to have a peek inside here from time to
słabo,
time
słabo.
to see whether I'm asleep or something. When the door is closed, I can cool myself down with beer whenever I want.
I see.
Lecimy dalej. Tutaj mu
Have
ordynatora.
you seen Dr. Gordon recently?
No, I haven't. I'm closed. Nobody ever comes around here anyway, except the head nurse. I last saw him about a month or so ago. Yeah, last month. It was Thursday, I think. No, not after
Czyli
that.
miesiąc
But you
go
said you
widział.
were his nephew, didn't you?
Tak, proszę bardzo.
So,
Well, then it's you who should know where he is.
Lecimy
what do
dalej.
you know about the runaway patient?
There was a lot of confusion about his escape here. Haven't a clue why they made so much fuss over one silly loony.
To jest pozytywnie.
That loony is a member of my family. He may be disturbed, but he's no fool.
Oh, I'm sorry. How could I know that you were related?
Now, why I asked.
Właśnie.
You know this place well, right?
Sure. I've worked here for some years now.
If you wanted to get outside, how would you do it?
Listen, these are some odd questions,
Ah,
you
no
know.
fuck.
Aren't you an inspector or something like that?
Negatywnie.
Yes, of course. I'm carrying out a midnight
Właśnie.
checkup of sanatorium security from the boilerman's viewpoint. Come on, I'm no inspector.
Właśnie.
So what is the simplest way out?
Well, I have no idea why you're interested in this, but I don't think there's a simple way out. Maybe from the hall, into the sewers under the building. Other than that,
kanałami.
I don't know. If you manage to get that far, the rest wouldn't be a problem. The sewer has several openings that nobody's watching. Why are you asking anyway?
Właśnie.
That's none of your business.
Right.
I have to see the cell from the inside.
Zajrzymy.
If it's impossible to get out, as everyone says, how could James have escaped without someone having helped him? But who could have helped him? That nurse, maybe? Or Robert himself?
Robert wątpię.
Robert's disappearance is surely connected with James somehow.
I won't be keeping you any longer.
Good.
No i dobra, zawijaj.